He died shortly after turning 18.
Some songs entertain you. Some songs stay in your memory. But the songs in this video did something different. They were written in hospital rooms, during divorces, after funerals, and sometimes by artists who had no idea they were quietly documenting the most painful moments of their own lives. One of them was recorded just days before the singer suffered a stroke that would end his career. Another was performed by a widow mourning her husband only weeks after he was taken from the world. And one of these songs became so closely tied to grief that it is now played at funerals across the planet. These are not just hits. They are emotional time capsules. Today on R&B Vault, we're looking at the saddest songs in R&B history and the heartbreaking stories behind them. Let's begin. Number 12, End of the Road, Boyz II Men. In the summer of 1992, 4 young singers from Philadelphia walked into a recording studio with almost no time. Boyz II Men had exactly 3 hours to record a song before their tour bus left for the next city. 3 hours. That was it. But what most listeners never realized is that the heartbreak in the song wasn't fictional. The writers behind it, Babyface and Daryl Simmons, were both dealing with real divorces at the time. Their marriages were collapsing. So when you hear those desperate lyrics about love slipping away, about begging someone not to walk out the door, Pat's hearing 2 men trying to process their own pain through music. Boyz II Men delivered the vocals with raw emotion, and the results shocked the music industry. End of the Road stayed at number 1 for 13 weeks, breaking a record previously held by Elvis Presley. But the reason the song still resonates today is simple. Everyone eventually experiences the moment when a relationship reaches its final chapter. And when that moment comes, this song somehow knows exactly what it feels like. Number 11, Unbreak My Heart, Toni Braxton. Few songwriters understand heartbreak the way Diane Warren does. Over the decades, she has written hundreds of emotional ballads. But when she wrote Unbreak My Heart, something about it felt different. The song was deeply personal. So personal, in fact, that she initially hesitated to give it away. When Toni Braxton first heard it in 1996, she was unsure about recording it. The melody felt almost too heavy, the lyrics too exposed. But she eventually stepped into the studio and delivered a performance that would define her career. The song spent 11 weeks at number 1, but something unexpected happened afterward. People began requesting the song at funerals. A ballad written about romantic heartbreak had transformed into a universal song about loss. And that is the strange power of music. Sometimes a song written about one kind of pain ends up speaking to every kind. Real talk for a second. Only a small percentage of the people watching these videos are actually subscribed to the channel, and that is a little heartbreaking. Because every story you hear here takes hours of research, digging through old interviews, reading forgotten magazine articles, piecing together the moments that shape the music we all love. So if R&B history matters to you, if these songs mean something in your life, take 1 second and hit the subscribe button. It helps more people discover this music, and it keeps these stories alive. Now let's get back into the music. Number 10, A Song for Mama, Boyz II Men. When Babyface wrote a song for Mama for the film Soul Food, he wasn't trying to create a complicated piece of poetry. He was trying to say something simple, something most people struggle to say out loud. Thank you.
Mama, you know
The lyrics are direct, almost conversational. But when Boyz II Men recorded the song and played it for their mothers, every single one of them began crying. Because the song captured something universal.
You knew I love you, Mama.
No matter how old you become, no matter how successful your life turns out, there is always a part of you that remains a child in your mother's eyes. And that is why this song has become a permanent fixture at weddings, at family celebrations, and sometimes even at memorials.
Mama, just want you to know.
Because it reminds us to appreciate the people who shaped our lives while we still have the chance. Number 9, Missing You, Diana Ross.
As I look around, I see things that remind.
On April 1st, 1984, the music world was shaken by devastating news. Marvin Gaye had been killed one day before his 45th birthday.
Where did you run to, boy?
The industry struggled to process the loss, but one person felt it deeply, Diana Ross. She and Marvin had worked closely together years earlier, recording the album Diana and Marvin. Their friendship went beyond music. So when Marvin died, Diana reached out to Lionel Richie. Together, they created Missing You, a tribute that captured the shock and sadness surrounding Marvin's dirt.
Tell me why the road turns.
But the song's meaning expanded even further. The music video quietly honored other Motown legends who were gone. Florence Ballard of the Supremes, Paul Williams of the Temptations.
Tried to be there, but you wouldn't let me in.
It became more than a tribute to one man. It became a tribute to an entire era of artists whose voices shaped soul music forever.
I've cried so many tears, gotta face no.
Number 8, I'll Be Missing You. Puff Daddy, Faith Evans, 112.
Life after death.
On March 9th, 1997, Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., left a party in Los Angeles. Moments later, his life ended in a shocking act of violence. 2 months later, the music industry was still mourning, so Sean Puff Daddy Combs created a tribute. But the most emotional moment in the song came from someone else, Faith Evans, Biggie's wife. Standing in the studio singing about missing her husband while the world was still grieving him. The song sampled Every Breath You Take by The Police. And although the sample created legal issues that would later cost millions in royalties, none of that mattered when the song played, because it felt less like a rap record and more like a public farewell. Number 7, Gone Too Soon, Michael Jackson.
Like a comet, blazing across the evenings.
Ryan White was 13 years old when he was diagnosed with AIDS. He had contracted the disease through a blood treatment for hemophilia.
Like a rainbow, fading in the twinkling of an.
But in the 1980s, fear and misinformation surrounded the illness. Ryan was expelled from school. Families protested his presence. People treated him as if he were dangerous.
And splendidly brightly one day.
Michael Jackson heard Ryan's story and reached out. The two became close friends.
The loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon.
Ryan visited Neverland. Michael even gave him a red Mustang convertible. But Ryan passed away in 1990. Michael kept a promise he made to his young friend.
Like a castle built upon a sandy.
He recorded Gone Too Soon, a song dedicated to Ryan's life. When Michael performed it during the early 1990s, it became more than a tribute. It became a call for compassion in a world that had treated Ryan unfairly.
That is just beyond your.
Number 6, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Boyz II Men. Originally written for a 1975 film about high school life, this song gained new meaning when Boyz II Men recorded their a cappella version. No instruments, just voices. And the emotion was undeniable.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
But tragedy soon changed the song forever. While touring, the group lost their road manager Khalil Roundtree, a man who had become like a father figure to them.
I hope it's worth all the rain.
From that moment on, every performance of the song became a tribute to him.
It's so hard to
Years later, when the group performed it during the 2020 Grammy Awards in honor of Kobe Bryant, the song once again became a shared moment of grief for millions.
be my sunshine after the rain.
Some songs are written for a single moment. Others seem destined to appear whenever the world needs them. Number 5, I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston.
Always love you.
When Dolly Parton wrote I Will Always Love You in 1973, it was already a beautiful farewell song. But Whitney Houston turned it into something unforgettable.
That is all I'm taking.
The decision to begin the song a cappella almost didn't happen. Record executive Clive Davis worried audiences would not be patient enough to wait for the music. Whitney insisted the silence was essential. And she was right. The song became one of the biggest hits in music history. But after Whitney's passing in 2012, the lyrics gained an entirely new meaning. Every line suddenly sounded like a goodbye from one of the greatest voices the world has ever heard.
I will always love you.
Number 3, One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men.
All I wanted to
When Mariah Carey began writing One Sweet Day, she was mourning the death of producer David Cole. Around the same time, Boyz II Men were grieving their road manager Khalil Roundtree. Both artists were writing songs about loss. Without realizing it, they were writing almost the exact same song. When they finally met in the studio, they merged their ideas into one. The result became one of the most successful songs in chart history. 16 weeks at number 1. But statistics don't explain why the song resonates. It resonates because it came from genuine grief.
I took your caresses for granted.
Number 2, Dance with My Father, Luther Vandross.
And dance with my mother and me. And
Luther Vandross lost his father when he was just 8 years old. The memory stayed with him for decades.
could get one final stance.
In 2003, he finally decided to write about it. The song told the story of childhood memories, his father dancing with his mother, carrying him to bed. Moments that seemed ordinary at the time, but became priceless later.
Mother would disagree.
Just 10 days after recording the song, Luther suffered a devastating stroke. He would never fully recover.
That's what my mother said later that night.
2 years later, he passed away, which means Dance with My Father became the final chapter of one of the greatest voices in R&B history.
I could steal one final glance.
Number 1, Dance with My Father, Luther Vandross.
Back when I was a child.
Yes, it deserves this spot twice, because this song represents something deeper than heartbreak. It represents memory.
And then spin me around till I fell asleep.
Luther spent his career singing about love and romance. But his most powerful song was about a child missing his father. His mother once said she was amazed that Luther remembered those early years so clearly. The dancing, the laughter, the warmth of their home.
Walk another dance with him.
And maybe that is the real message of the song. The moments we think are ordinary, the ones we never photograph or record, are often the ones we spend the rest of our lives wishing we could experience again.
When I and my mother would disagree.
And that is why Dance with My Father remains one of the most emotional songs ever recorded.
Then finally make me do just what my mom.
Music doesn't just entertain us. Sometimes it helps us grieve. Sometimes it helps us remember. And sometimes it helps us say goodbye. If a song on this list has ever meant something to you, let us know in the comments. And if there is a heartbreaking R&B song we should include in the next video, write it below. Because the story of R&B isn't just about charts. It is about the emotions behind the music. And here on R&B Vault, those stories will always be remembered.